Hello dear viewers and welcome back to the Musings of Maverick channel. I'm your host Maverick and today we're going to be watching Fire Force episode 3. So this episode was delayed by a week, no doubt due to delaying it out of respect for the Kyoto animation fire. Again, rest in peace to all those who were affected by the fire. Sincerely hope that they are going to be able to get back on track and become a force within the industry again. However, with that said, right now we're going to be concentrating on Fire Force, right? So as I said, because of the subject matter, you know, fire, burning alive and whatnot. So even though, of course, anime is anime, real life is real life, it was just a classy thing to do, right? But anyways, last episode where we left off, we got introduced to a new recruit, right? Arthur, who's hitting it off with Shinra as well. They've already known each other for some time, and they're kind of building their bonds, I guess. And we are also hinted at a sort of underground organization that's potentially increasing the rate of spontaneous combustion or whatnot, something similar to that. So probably we're also gonna get into the main storyline for this episode as well. For the rest, let's just get into the episode and find out what happens. Alrighty, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay. Obvious bad guy is obvious. Oh wow. I mean, they're still in Asia right now, I'm guessing. But look at that. Everything is fragmented. All the continents are fragmented. The Tokyo Empire? Really? Holy Soul Temple. Okay. Some nice exposition. Well, you definitely look nothing like what I expected you to look like. Hmm? Mm-hmm. And of course, the new recruit, Shinra. Ah, there we go. Alright, see you guys in a second. The Rookie Fire Soldier Games. Oh yeah, they mentioned this last episode as well, right? Nice. look, look at his smile. Okay. Really? Wow. To each their own taste. Okay, so this guy's looking on as well. Wouldn't he seem kind of suspicious, though? One. But yeah, his life was saved by someone of the first company, right? Yeah. But is it this guy? Yeah, he probably knows. Really? Okay. Lucky, let's show learn. What? So that's literally your character? Oh man. I heard of this before. That there's a character in here who's purely just for this kind of moment. That's a lie. He knows. One, two, three. Are they in teams of their companies? Or not? Just trying. That's probably not gonna work. Huh, that actually worked. Alright. Hmm? Oh. Our brother as well. This is gonna kill them. Nice. What? Oh. Is that? Ah. Okay. Is that like some sort of gunpowder or explosive? No, not gunpowder. Explosive. So. Oh. Of course he is. Right. Okay, so he's 13 now? Hmm. Whisperings of the Devil. Yep, Whisperings of the Devil. Ooh. Heroes always do flying kick. Alright. Okay. 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 You might want to get up, girl. This girl. WTF. Hmm. Ooh. Shouldn't that have already reacted to the blade? Where is that coming out of her again? Cat lady. Really? Oh wait, he didn't actually. Okay. Wait, no investigation or whatnot? Like some briefings? Reports? Hmm? That was Tokyo Armed Forces and the Fire Defense Agency. Okay. Okay. Don't tell me this is gonna be a case of manufacturing uh, incidents so they can sell more stuff. Okay, so okay. Nothing is shared. Like I was wondering, aren't they supposed to like maybe sit everybody down and get a full report? But I guess they did explain that here. Saving people. Really? Okay. Alright. Alrighty, so in this episode, we got a lot of important contextual information in regards to the world, and this definitely makes things a lot more interesting, right? So we got lots of different scenarios that we can think of right now. So just in this episode, we're introduced to, let's see, the Holy Soul Temple, you know, the religious organization. There's still the armed forces, and there's the fire brigade as well, the fire agency, and then of course also the business side of things, Haijima Industries, right? So now there's still very limited information, but I'm already thinking of all these different kinds of scenarios that could be a possibility. Such as, for instance, in this episode, they mentioned that they have developed perpetual energy machines, right, based on thermal power. So you know, thermal power, human combustion, is this maybe correlated somehow? And perhaps for instance, the armed forces and the business group, the industrial group wants to. Well, actually, they said that it was developed jointly by the Holy Soul Temple and Haijima Industries. So maybe that's not the case. But I'm just thinking, perhaps it's a case where you know, in order to keep on having this kind of energy, there needs to be a sort of balance, and so human combustion will continue on happening. Maybe it's this kind of thing. Of course, you can also go around and say perhaps there's some sort of supernatural deity, right, who requires human combustion as sacrifices to be sated. And so that is part of what the Holy Soul Temple is trying to achieve here. So they're trying to place this, you know, this deity figure or whatnot, and especially since their name implies, you know, there's a soul in their name, right? I'm thinking how much this actually has to do with the sun, because that's what the soul is supposed to mean, and that's how they stylize their ears as well, right? The soul, what soul day or whatever. I forgot the English translation of it, but in any case, it's basically the calendar of the sun, if you will. So I'm not sure how, maybe there's this sort of thing, this sort of backstory that they could pursue as well. And then of course there's also the very generic and also quite topical kind where you know, the business, the Haijima Industries, because they have a monopoly on everything and they're so invested into this firefighting business, so they might want to keep the status quo so that they can continue to export and sell their products and whatnot, and so continue to hold firm power within this nation, or even within the world, for example, since we don't know if their influence reaches globally, and you know, stay in power and gain big bucks doing so, right? That one would be the, I guess, most cliche out of all these three, but I guess it's also most sort of referential to real life as well, with the military-industrial complex, right? So there's all these kinds of different scenarios that we could go for, and of course we have the fire agency being the sort of neutral character and being the true benevolent organization, right? Though to be fair, that is how it is in the real life as well. They're probably the only organization that only solely concerns itself with saving people compared to all the other agencies and whatnot. And that's probably why they're also typically the most well-respected and well-received as well. So we got all these things that we can go down to. We still require more information, and I'm assuming, see, the shady organization, the one that we saw at the beginning, and the Joker dude who was talking with Shinra within this episode. Originally, I was thinking maybe they're the bad guys, right? But now looking at this entire setting, they might just be anarchists. To be honest, they might just not like how currently within this world there's these sort of structure, there's these sort of rules, these ruling bodies who aren't actually clean with their true intentions anyways, and so they just want to bring this whole thing down. They want to bring down this whole facade. So that might be a case. They might not be inherently evil, they just dislike the current authority, if you will. So that's also a possibility as well. And as for Shinra and his own backstory, okay, so his mom still died in a fire, but he has a younger brother named Sho, and so maybe he's still alive and well and whatnot. Not really sure what to think of this yet. I feel like I still need more information, specifically in regards to how someone becomes a fire user in the first place, right? How does someone become a telekinetic? Is it hereditary? Do you pass this down through your genes? So does your mother or father or someone in your family need to also have it, and so that you can have it as well? Or is it due to exposure of some sort? Or like what kind of conditions need to be met in order for this, for a person to become a fire user? I feel like once we know that, then we will have a better grasp on whether or not his family origin is important at all, right? Or he could just be maybe someone who just happened to be caught in the crossfire between whatever ulterior motive that this anime is eventually going to go for. So yeah, that's my thought on Shinra's backstory. And then we also have this new character, right? Like I said, I have read something in regards to her, how she's basically exists only to provide these kinds of ecchi stuff, if you will. Not really sure how I think about that. I mean, it's funny the first few times, but if it becomes a running gag, I don't know how humorous it can be, right? But at the very least, I guess she's going to be the token fan service character from now on, compared to the other senpai that we had from the 8th company. So anyways, not much else to talk about there. Again, like how the story kind of opens up, not really enough information. But now, since we actually, especially the main character, he knows about this whole situation, I presume that we're going to be getting more and more information and starting to build up the actual true story. Or, I mean, the actual main story, if you will. So, looking forward to that, and I will see you guys next week as well. So if you guys are also watching blind like me, feel free to give me your predictions or your theories as well. If you have watched this before or read the manga before, don't spoil it for anybody. Just maybe you can say if we're getting a little bit hot or a little bit cold, right? No pun intended. So anyways, I'll see you guys next week. Until then, bye bye.